Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today, back with another video. Little game review here. Flyers against the Rangers, and very important stretch coming up for the Flyers. Happens, they come out, pick up a really good, important game. You pick up a road win, and that's kind of one thing that they needed. They needed this win. They had to win this game. You're coming off 2 losses against Washington back-to-back there. 2 home games, Thursday, Saturday, lose them both. You had last 3 games, you had really rough first periods. That's one thing that I noticed, giving up 2 or more goals in each of those periods. 3 against Buffalo in that game on Tuesday, 2 in both games there against Washington. So, one thing I wanted to see coming out of tonight was just an overall better game. I just wanted them to shut them down. It didn't happen as much as I would wanted it to, but they, battled back. They ended up tying the game in the 3rd period, and they had a really good first period. 2nd period wasn't great, but let's get into this one. So, starting off, notes, lines are pretty similar. JVR, Coots, Farabee, Lawton, Hayes, Konechny, Giroux, Patrick, Jake. So that's the line that they had switched last game, where they put Patrick up with G and Jake, and they ended up getting the goal in that game against Washington. They've made that a line, and then Raffle comes back into the lineup. He slits in to the 4th line center here, and Lindblom and Albie Capella, his wingers. Provy, Braun, Sanheim, Myers, Ghost, and Prosper there, and Carter Hart in net for this one. So, starting off, some Rangers zone time early, first minute or so, nothing crazy, and the Flyers get a goal, 16-minute mark. JVR, he scores, really nice pass from Farabee, nice play by Coots to set up the rush throughout the zone. Saw that a lot this year with that line. That line has done a very good job of just chipping plays throughout the neutral zone, generating 2-on-1s. They had a goal against Washington last Sunday. Farabee had a 2-on-1, nice play by Coots to chip it out. Similar to this one, Rangers defenseman kind of pinched over to try to cover Farabee and slip it through. JVR scored backhand 5-0. Voracek had a shot off Kincaid, went out of play. Nice passing play there by the Flyers. And on that face-off, they get a goal, 2-0. Provorov, shot 1 off the face-off. They won it back cleanly. Provy kind of set up where he usually does, kind of leans into the wall and takes that shot. Went through just a seam of bodies in front. It looked like it deflected, but it looked like it went through over Kincaid, and it's 2-0 there. Flyers, 2 goals in a minute and 18 seconds. Really good start to the first period. Flyers get a power play. Couldn't really get much going. Ghost had a shot off a great Patrick pass through the neutral zone, and the power play ended up getting killed off. Albie Capella takes a turnover, or makes a turnover, then takes a penalty. Leads the Rangers' prime scoring chance at 8:13. Rangers power play. A lot of passing from the Rangers. Passive kill from the Flyers, to be honest. But Myers was kind of playing off the puck a little too much, but ended up getting killed off. Patrick and Farabee look like they get hurt. Patrick went awkward into the boards. Farabee blocks his shot, but both were fine. Patrick was right out there, and the broadcast made it like that Patrick wasn't out there, and he literally was right out there with Giroux and Voracek like the next shift or the shift after. I guess they didn't see it, but really good period from the Flyers. 2nd period was terrible. So, shots on goal after the first period, they were 11-6 in favor of the Flyers. And, they were just, oh my God, that 2nd period, wow, that was just terrible. That might have been one of the worst 2nd periods they had all year. That was bad. They didn't have a shot until 8:57 of the period. And at that point, it was already 2-2. So the Rangers, they get 2 goals, pairing off a one-timer. Flyers were just playing with fire. Rangers were all over them. They were quick throughout their own zone, through the neutral zone, getting pucks deep, outmanning Flyers, winning puck battles, whatever. And they were just killing them. Panarin scores 2-1. Blackwell off a stretch pass. Panarin over to Blackwell. One-timer. Defenseman was up. Sanheim and Myers were up way too far. Blackwell was wide open. Nothing Hart could do. Wide open one-timer. Tie game. Then, after that, a few good shifts from the Flyers. Made some zone time, point shots. Farabee has a chance in front of a great move, and what happens? Rangers come right down and score. Gauthier, way too easy zone exit. Comes down, goes wide on Ghost. Backhand. And it's 3-2. Then the Rangers hit the post off a point shot, and what happens there? Flyers ended up getting a power play. Konechny gets high stick in the neutral zone, and they ended up getting a goal. Really nice set play. Giroux, down low, comes around. Pass out front. Flyers have scored this many times. They've had a handful of opportunities and setups where they scored. Couturier had a goal last year versus Washington. Same setup. Giroux behind the net, back out to the left-handed player, whoever it is. It was obviously Farabee in this instance on the goal, but it was Couturier on the one I'm talking about where he kind of just slipped in and scored. And the same one, great shot by Farabee though. Complete snipe over Kincaid's shoulder, right up near the post. And it's a tie game late. Voracek and Patrick both get roughs. Smith gets a rough here after he hit Giroux in the right outside the Flyers blue line. Flyers penalty with 16 seconds. So it was a 5-1-4 with the Rangers. Overall, really bad period for the Flyers, to be honest. You had a good 5-6 minutes left, maybe something like that. You ended up tying the game where you didn't play good at all. But it was good to get that goal because that definitely gave them some momentum back going into that period. So starting off the third, the Flyers, they kill off that power play. And then the Rangers score right after. Flyers lose a puck battle along the wall. How many times have I said this where like they lose a puck battle and it's in their net, and it's like you could either blame the defenseman. That's probably one Hart would want to have back because it was kind of like he looked like he was set, but he was down, and Rooney kind of just picked the corner. It was kind of like one of those turnaround pick a corner shots. And honestly, it's one of those ones where it's like you lost the puck battle, so like I can't really blame Hart because again, it's like something else happened like once or twice before where like leads to the goal, so you can't really blame Hart there, and I don't necessarily blame Hart for that. It was a great shot too. And as I said, if they turned the puck over, Flyers get a power play. Giroux is high stick double minor. It looked like they weren't going to call this, and then it did because Giroux was bleeding. He was bleeding from the nose. It didn't look like it was that bad of a play to be bleeding, but I guess just how quick the follow through was, it ended up cutting G. It looked like he was bleeding inside his nose instead of outside, because it looked like it definitely hit his visor too, which is what I thought was the issue. I thought it was in his face, but it was his nose. So 4-4, really nice play here. Great pass from Voracek through the zone, actually through the seam, because it was just right through the blue paint, and Trouba just got caught like looking, and it's already in the back of their net. Giroux, really nice play there. Great pass, as I said, a tie game. Sanheim chance of a 3-on-1 rush, pass back by Raffle. Flyers look really good in the third, moving well. Rangers power play. Hart had a great save on Zibanejad in front, really good kill. Kincaid stopped Lawton on a breakaway. That was killed off. Flyers power play. Looked like they scored. Hayes on a one-timer, called off for offside. It was like by that much. Like Coots' skate was like a little in, and the puck was still like half over, and it was like, because Hayes had scored with like 3 minutes left to make it 5-4. So that was called off. Overtime. Oh my, this is like the overtime from hell for the Flyers that somehow ended good, because it was like you had like a minute and a half, minute 40, where Farabee, Coots, and Provorov are all stuck out there, and then Hayes, Giroux, Hayes, Voracek, and Sanheim were all stuck out there for forever. Turnover, Hart had a save, and then Kincaid goes to throw it to the Panarin, and Voracek just kind of hits him, lays right in front of him, makes an unbelievable move. Voracek was out there for like a minute 51, and he scores a goal to end this one for the Flyers, and they pick up a 5-4 win in overtime. Crazy game. Again, it was a great game from Giroux, completely stepped up. Voracek was great. This is a game, I think this is one of those like momentum builder games where, you needed a win. You knew that. You didn't play your best, but you rallied. You stayed calm. You were able to kind of fight your way out of it. You get the goal late in the second period. You carry that over into the third, and you kind of, pick up a win. And again, the Flyers needed that. So it's good because you have a really important stretch coming up. So definitely wanted to get a win tonight on the road. Remember, guys, podcast articles, those links for my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.